My name is Nneka Ezigwe, co-chair of the 17th Annual Africa Business Conference. Myself and my other co-chair, Leo Merkel, and the Africa Business Club at Harvard Business School are excited to provide you a recap of the 17th Annual Africa Business Conference, which took place in February 2015. The theme, A More Inclusive Africa, the Pursuit of Progress for All, focused on the narrative of Africa's stellar growth and the opportunities across the continent to make that growth inclusive and sustainable for all. Every word of this theme was carefully chosen as our goal was to inspire conversations that drive action, which ultimately will lead to the type of far-reaching progress that we envision for Africa. We wanted to celebrate Africa's successes, but also talk about the opportunities to conquer the challenges that exist. The conference featured 3 inspirational keynotes. Career entrepreneur Ken Njoroge is a co-founder and group CEO of Kenya-founded Cellulant Corporation. He provided perspective on the mobile payments industry and how leaders can build businesses from the ground up in Africa to further inclusive growth on the continent.
We need to fix them. So I've come to believe that the problems of our continent are going to be fixed by entrepreneurs. So there's a basket full of problems, so pick some big ones. Once you pick big problems, make them loud, make them bold. A good number of you are Nigerians, so that's not going to be a problem. Right?
Ranked among the top 10 young power men in Africa by Forbes magazine, Fred Swaniker is the founder and chairman of the African Leadership Academy in South Africa. He gave an inspirational talk about the power of innovation in African education to fuel the future leaders of the continent.
If you think about trying to replicate a university system which has faculty with PhDs who are not necessarily great teachers, that you're trying to mold after what has been happening in the rest of the world, we will never get there. So if you flip the thing and say, instead of building a university system that is around a resource that we don't have, the limiting resource, what if you look for a resource that we have in abundance? And what we do have in abundance in Africa is brilliant students.
Arunma Ote, the Director General of the SEC in Nigeria, gave a dynamic keynote on building a career of leadership in Africa. She provided attendees invaluable advice and perspective on how to transition from living and working abroad to returning home to the continent to make a positive impact.
Say that she shares my passion about the theme that was chosen for this conference this year. You could not have chosen a better topic. How can I make sure that that difference that I make is really the best that can be done? How can I make sure that society realizes its potential through what it is that I've done? I can say to you, you can do well and do good in Africa. Thank you.
The conference also included more than 30 panels, focused on a wide array of themes: finance, education and healthcare, entrepreneurship, consumers, leadership, agriculture, sports, infrastructure and resources, and business and geopolitics. These student-organized panels featured leaders from all over the world focused on building Africa for the future. From CEOs of multinational conglomerates to young founders of startups, panelists engaged with conference attendees to inspire action and discuss tough questions about how to foster inclusive growth in their respective industries. Entrepreneurship continues to be the cornerstone of growth in Africa. This year's conference featured 2 events for entrepreneurs: the first Startup Showcase and the second annual New Venture Competition. The Startup Showcase provided 20 select Africa-focused startups the opportunity to display their businesses, network with those interested in their product or service, and recruit for talent amongst attendees. The New Venture Competition featured 8 finalists who pitched to a panel of judges for a chance to win capital to fuel their mission. Warm congratulations to .com Zambia, the winner of this year's $10,000 grand prize and the Viewer's Choice Award of $5,000. For the first time, we also had an opportunity to hear from panelists, sponsors, and conference organizers individually through one-on-one interviews. These individuals discussed their motivations for being involved in the conference, what events they were most looking forward to, and how they envisioned a more inclusive Africa. Thank you for watching the recap of the 17th Annual Africa Business Conference at Harvard Business School. We hope the conference continues to inspire and drive actions that will lead to the inclusive progress that we envision for Africa. Thank you, and we hope to see you in 2016 for the 18th Annual Africa Business Conference.